Hello all, my name is Krishna and I'm from Nocturnal. I got you an extension called Anchor. So this is pretty much works on all kind of LLM models out there, especially ChatGPTs, Gemini, and Vivo Perplexity. I will show you how this extension works on these chatbots and LLM models, acts like a bookmark or an anchor location specifically. So before dive deeping into that extension, I would like to take a moment here and show you all my previous extensions. So I have been worked on many other extensions like right click absolute enable copy, which makes you access the right click menu on the web pages, which doesn't allow you to access the right click menu. And the to do follow pro version 2.0 and the version 101.0 are the same. So if you have a Microsoft account login credentials only, I recommend you to use 2.0. If you have Google, I recommend you to use 101.0. Pretty much the features are all same, like the to do follow pros where it makes you an consolidated data place from different browsers and different computers as well. If you just log into any of your desktop or personal PC or in the company, it will directly get you all interlinked with an ecosystem like environment. And coming to the contact manager, since I was previously looking for job opportunities in 2024 and 2023, um, we all know how tough at that time the job market was, because there were many ghost profiles every single day that each vendor you need to treat them separately, and specifically like you will have to get back with them, keep following it up with them, and looking for their emails, and need to remember all the career web pages, and need to remember the contact information. If somebody is trying to call you, you need to recall the information which you have shared with them. So all this will be a hard thing if you are maintaining a book or if you are maintaining on a Google Sheet. So to make things easier, I made a contact manager extension, which is pretty much a library of your contacts and your job portals and your feedbacks, interviews, assignments, and many other things. It has its own dedicated videos, and I do highly recommend you guys to go ahead and check out the videos for each and every single extension. And coming to the mail tracker badge remover is one of my favorite extension. As I previously mentioned, it was very hard for me to keep following up with the vendors whether they saw my email or not. Shall I call them or not, because I don't know whether they looked at my email or not. So all these confusions were removed for me by using the mail tracker badge remover, which actually removes the watermark from the email, which allows you to track the other person activity, like how the WhatsApp green tick works. Pretty much similar to that, the mail tracker badge remover remove a specific watermark from other extension. I don't want to take that name, but this extension will help you to remove their watermark badge while you send the email, so you don't need to worry about removing the watermark badge every single time when you're trying to send a draft email. And coming to the YouTube dual ad blocker is pretty much like acts and multitasking. On the left screen you will be doing the YouTube, on the right screen you will be reading your comments. You can do that, and also you can go into the YouTube on the right panel even after playing the video on the full screen on the left panel, and you can switch between the panels and the ads will be blocked. But YouTube brought a new algorithm where it sees if you're trying to use any ad blocker extensions, and it will ban the YouTube account forever if we are trying to use any of those kind of ad blockers, right? So this specific ad blocker extension, I have a different logic in here which goes in there on the iframes and everything, and it will try to play the skip the ads completely without blocking them. So it's a unique unique logic that I have figured it out, and this extension will not make your YouTube account gets blocked if you're trying to use an ad blocker. You can also use this YouTube dual panel without having the ad blocker enabled in there, and if you don't have a premium subscription on the YouTube, you can enable it. And coming to the music ad blocker shortcut board hot keyboard controller for YouTube music is pretty much my favorite extension, because I can access this extension pretty much from anywhere. So let's say if I'm on Google Docs, I can use it. If I'm on Excel sheets, Microsoft Excel sheets, which is completely out of the Chrome browser experience, like you need to like have their own dedicated Excel sheets, the Microsoft apps and everything, like Photoshop Illustrator. For example, if you're on Photoshop, or if you're on any other application or any other thing out of the Chrome, also you can easily manage play, pause, skip previous tracks, and even like that specific song that was playing, and you can put that specific song into a specific album as well, which will be saved for your like songs albums. And also it has in a um shorts mode where each song is only played for 90 seconds and it will skip to the new song, which is a very enjoyable experience for me, because I don't like to keep on skipping my music if I don't like one. If I like one, I want to play that music full end, so I can do that pretty much with a couple of keyboard shortcuts. So this is YouTube music ad blocker hot keyboard controller for YouTube. You can access this extension from anywhere in your computer, not only in the Chrome, from anywhere. And coming to the Anchor, ChatGPT AI LLM bookmarks in chart. So pretty much I have this big name for our extension, but why did I do is to grab people attention, to be honest, because if I name this as an anchor, people might not know what this is all about, the extension. If I do ChatGPT, they will be get confused because it's not an official ChatGPT, and this extension pretty much works in other chatbots as well. So that's not appropriate at the same time. And if I just put AI, this is not an AI. So what I did is try to grab the attention of the user. If users are trying to look for any of the bookmark extensions, or like a clipboard extensions, like a clipboard means like if they are trying to clip any of the location on the charts, I will come to the point. So for example, before dive deeping into that, I wanted you to install this. I will show you how to install this. You'll just type Anchor ChatGPT LLM bookmarks in chart, and just click on enter, and the first one is our extension. You just go ahead and add it to the Chrome. As soon as you add it, it will show you at the puzzle, or you can go to the three um, dots right there and go to the extension, manage extension. You will see our extension appear. Make sure it is enabled, and come to this puzzle and click it to the puzzle, so that it will stay on top every single time in every single tab. So as soon as you click on this extension, it will show you a welcome aboard OH, and click on the OH, and make sure that you doesn't have any important transaction going on in other web page, because if you have noticed it, all the websites will be get reloaded, I mean the tabs, when you click on the OH, which syncs on all the existing tabs. So that's what it is. That's it. The extension is good to go, and you can start using the extension. So the main concept of this extension is very simple. Let's say I will go ahead and use the simple terms here. Help me learn. So it's like we will go ahead and choose one thing. Learn how to start a business plan. Let's go on to it. So you know how these days the AI models became very prompt generated manner. Like it gives a big prompt, the it gives you big things like sentences, and it gives you a new terminology value proposition. Let's say I don't know what it is, and I will go ahead and I will look for this again, and in depth I'm trying to learn understand what was that in depth. I know it given me one single point there, but I didn't understand, so I went on getting in. Let's say I don't know what segments it was talking about. So let's go. So what I'm pretty much doing here is I'm trying to do research. I'm trying to learn stuff that we usually do on daily basis. Like for example, if you're learning anything of about any concept, or you're trying to understand what the synonyms, or like when some synonyms or terminologies or technical terms comes into the picture, you don't know about what they are. Like for example, I don't know what this is at all, and I will try to look for this. So where did we started before ending up at the psychographics, is that uh, we started asking it how whether it can help me to create a functional business plan for a business idea. From there, I didn't know what was the value proposition, and from there, I was looking for customer segments, and from there, I end up on psychographics. So till here it's good. So I need to go back, because this is the research that I was doing, and I'm going dive deeping into the stuff, and I ended up at the end point, and I need to go back. So I need to scroll through all these prompts. You see what I'm saying? I need to, this is like little bit prompts only. If there are huge prompts sometime, let's say if you are trying to code something, so let's say uni, I just finished up very simply. Let me, I hope it gives a lot of prompt here. Now it started giving us the big prompt. So see, um, I started talking to it. It started replying, responding. We got too much of data here, like the text, and I'm trying to scroll through each and every single prompt that it was exposed to me. So I don't want to do this every single time, because it's time consuming process where I need to scroll up, look for the things again. I need to go do back, mm, need to go back looking for the stuff where I started, and this is all complicated for me. So if I wanted to do like a real quick callback where I was initially, I want to do that. If I want to really quick go back to the starting point where I begin uh, getting dive deep into the stuff. So what I mean by that is, like, let's say I will go back here. So this is where I started, right? So value proposition, I will just select this value proposition thing and click on the right click menu, which gives me the right click menu options. If you see clip this location, I will clip this location. So clipping this location, I will mention this as an starting point and click on the save by choosing your preferred emojis. I'll just go with the idea thing itself. So this was clipped. So even before I started working on my research, I clipped a location. I knew I will be going deep into this thing. So I went down deep. I did deep research. I have a bunch of um, text here. So if I want to scroll back, I no need to scroll back again. I'll just go to my extension and click on this um, starting point clip where I initially clipped the location. So when you click on this, it will scroll to that location and highlights that specific point where you clipped that. So you can add n number of clips in the chart, and if you go to a new tab or a new website, it doesn't show you in the current page. So it doesn't show you, the current page is only dedicated for that specific page. If you want to go and look for the previous clips, you need to go to the library where you will see the previous clips. When you click on that previous clip, it will redirect to the existing page and highlights that information. Let's say if I am bottom, I went to the different page, I went to the library and click on the clip. If you see, it will open that existing web page. It will check first if it is existing or not. If it is not existing, it will launch that web page. Let's see what does it do is example of time. I don't know if this will be like loading every single time accurately on the AI part, because you know how AI work, it will generate random stuff. So let me go ahead and just clip the first thing itself, Claude, this one. So I'm clipping this location as an second clip. So if you see on the current web page, the second clip is there, and if you go to the library, the starting clip and the second clip, they both will be here, because this is an library is like an a history where it will show all the clips. Okay, now since it is already been here, now let me click on that again, and if you see, it scrolled to that location and it highlighted that specific spot. If I close this tab and go to my extension, it will not show me in the current page because I'm on the Amazon website, which is not that where we clipped on the current location. So I'm going to the history and I'm locating the second clip. So this was in a Google search clip. If you see here, it specifically tells you when you click on it, it will try to launch that and it will try to look for the information. So it said the page was loaded, I guess, and click one more time. Let me click one more time. See, that's how this thing works. So I will show you one more time. Close this tab, go to the history. If you see on the second clip, this is the one which you are trying to look. As soon as you click on this, since the tab is not opened, it will show you an error message saying page opened. Please click the clip again once, because we need to wait for the website to completely load. These days any website is not static anymore. Every single website is dynamic, and every single website is changing every single second and time, right? So since because it have that dynamic feature, i have I need to decouple that issue, where I landed on this solution. As soon as the website launches, it will not try to locate the information immediately, because what if the information is not loaded, right? So you need to wait until the website is fully loaded, just for a second or two, and just go back to that extension and click on that again, and it will try to locate that information again. And you can delete this clip from here, and it will automatically be here, because this you only deleted from the current web page. So if you want to delete forever, you can delete forever by clicking up here. So it was deleted forever, and once you reload the page, it will never show you that highlight anymore here or in the library. So see, since the starting point is already, the tab is already open, so what it does is it doesn't show you the error message, because the page is already existed and the content is already loaded on the DOM elements, so there is no need to for you to wait. So that's the reason why it will directly jump to that specific web page and scroll to that specific location, since the content is already available. What if, let's say I will delete this or edit this. So let's say I have a content here, and I have clipped this location, saying that I will edit this later and see what does it do. So if you see, I have a clip called I will edit this later. Since the content is already existed, I'll just go somewhere and try to click on that, and it will scroll to that location automatically, and it will try to highlight that information very clearly, and we know that the content is already existed. What if the content got changed? This is replaced with some random. So this was replaced with the garbage information, let's say. So I'm trying to look for the previous clip which I told that it will get edited, and I did edited it. If I click on that, what it will do is it will scroll to the nearest location, and it will give an error message saying that this is the location. It might be web page content updated, but this is the location. It will clearly mention that information to you, saying that the web page information is updated. So it couldn't find the clip, but this was the location that you're trying to look for. This is the best part of this extension. Wherever you are on the library, I will click on the edited clip, I mean the updated clip. When you click on it, it will try to scroll to that location, and it will nicely show you that information, saying that the information is updated, and it cannot look for that specific selected text or data. And now it works on Perplexity, it works on ChatGPT, it works on Vivo, it works on Amazon. Any other websites actually, not Amazon. So let's go ahead and try on the Vivo AI. I have like a random question here. I just took one random question from its own, and it's trying to give us all this terminology right here. If you see basic algebra, I pretty much don't know what it was saying. What does it mean by algebra? Do you mean all the zebras at one location is called algebra? I'm just talking bullshit here. See, it started responding to me. What was it responding? The real origin of algebra. So the meaning, it's getting the meaning, it's getting the context, it's getting the terminology, it's giving me an example, all of that stuff. So this is where my initial question started. So I will clip this location as one, and I end up on a huge text. Imagine that I end up on a huge text prompt. So when you go to the extension, you will see the clip that you have previously marker. When you click on it, it will try to scroll to that location and it will try to highlight that information where you left. And this is the best part of the extension. And if that particular website is closed, it will be in the library. But here, if you observe Vivo, the AI chatbot, I did not logged in, so technically the content is not available there. So if I click on it, it will try to load that information. Okay, somehow, see, if you see here, I did not even logged in, but I think the Vivo is saving the information on the Chrome itself. So luckily we got that. But when you click on it, it will try to highlight. So let's do the same on the ChatGPT. If you see, I did not logged in to the ChatGPT. It started giving me all this content, the prompt. It is generating all this prompt. So this is what I'm exactly talking about. See, if somebody like me who is working on this information, trying to learn how human brain really works, i I really don't know what it was talking about. Neurons uh, triggering the releases of chemicals called neurotransmitters. I don't know the terminology even. I don't know how to pronounce that. I don't know what serotonin is. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know how to pronounce also. So I hope you're trying to understand the concept where I was coming from. This is the word. I even don't know what it is. I think serotonin. It's a neurotransmitter, it seems. Okay, let it be whatever it is. But we need a huge content. That's what we are looking right now. See, this is what I was talking about. I started asking what how the human brain works, and in this I don't know bunch of the terminologies. I started doing a lot of research. I was trying to ask questions on it, and I'm getting super prompt back from the chat GPT. So let's say if somebody end up having like a dozens of chart, so you need to sit and scroll every single time to up, and you need to like go to the initial paragraph where you started leaving from, like where you started doing the research about the serotonin in. So that's very hard, right? You will be like forgetting about, you might forget about the ones which you already looked for also. So I will just go ahead and click this saying 2 and click on enter. See, this is the 2 clip that I have. If I click on it, it will go to the first paragraph and it highlight the whole DOM element for me where I left from. So this is the concept, and what I was trying to get here was, if I'm in a new tab, if I go to the current page, it will not show me the second clip, but when I click on the second clip from the library, it will jump to the existing web page of the ChatGPT and it will highlight. Let's say the ChatGPT was closed. Before closing that, I will make sure that I'm not logged in. See, I'm not logged in. If I close this account, the web page is gone, and let's try to go to the library and click on the 2, and it will try to open the ChatGPT as in a new web page. Since ChatGPT doesn't save the content on the Chrome browser or on the server end without logging in, that is the reason why I'm not able to get that information anymore, and I'm not able to get that clip back. This is what I wanted to show you actually, and since you can't get it no more, you go ahead and just delete that, because this is not, a static static data or static website. All the websites that you're dealing these days are dynamic. Every single time they get changed. And that was all about the current page and the library operation, and how it will work, how it will jump to the specific web page, and it will try to highlight the information for you, and also how it will remember the exact clip location, making your things easier to scroll to that specific location on a huge charts that you're having with, while you're doing research, coding, anything. So go ahead, I will delete all the library contents by just clicking on the clear all the library contents. It will just give me a pop-up, and just click on OK, and it will clear all the data. And coming to the to do, is pretty much like a very simple. If you have a task, just it's pretty much like a simple to do. I think you all guys know about to do. I will go to the spit prompt dedicated thing. This thing is like very helpful for me every single time, because I will be having a predefined prompts every single time, so I create a shortcut prompt and use that prompt every single time. For example, if I don't know much about anything, I will have like explain this thing in layman terms. I no need to every single time type it. I will just type dot L as in a shortcut for the layman, and it will just spit that prompt into the input box right here, and I can go ahead and just give it to the ChatGPT, LLMs, anything that you are working with. So for example, here I have one example, dot anchor. When you type in this insert box, it will try to spit that information which was in the description. So how you can create is very simple. Just go to the extension and click on the spit prompt, and see the plus icon right here. So just go ahead and do dot L for me. This is what I will do. I will just ask it to explain it in layman terms. This is my simple prompt. Imagine like that. I will be having a lot many different prompts as well, on daily basis, but this is one of it. So let's say if I wanted to really go back to that, how human brain works, because I don't know much terminology over there. I would like to learn, but this is not the time though. I'll just go ahead and get some random thing, behaviors, uh, demographics. I will just go with this, and when you click on dot L is the shortcut for you. It will just hit that prompt right here immediately, and you can just go ahead and simply work with it, and it will give you a nice clean layman terminology where you can easily understand what it was talking about, and you can work with that shortcut anywhere. Dot L. Okay, so dot L is on the Perplexity, is pretty much working in different way. Let me try one more time. Yeah, so I think this is not about the extension shortcut method. It's all about the Perplexity, its own, maybe its own, its dedicated stuff. I don't know what's happening. Let me go ahead and say dot in. Okay, so I think on Perplexity it is not working. I will fix it in the upcoming one, because I might go ahead and do at the rate, in fact, instead of dot, maybe, because at the rate most of the shortcuts will be not used on websites like these. But if I go to maybe this one, let me see here, dot l. See, it's working fine. So that is only with the Perplexity. And let me go to the uh, dot l. Oh, there you go, it's working. I think that's because I can directly go ahead and do the dot l. Maybe it has its own dedicated, you know, there is something coming up here. If you see, dot link file, dot iv file, ioc, maybe it's on its logic. Maybe the Perplexity is using its own, its like dot directly. Let's say what is, and dot l, and then our spit is working. Okay, that's fine. I think that's okay. That's not maybe like an error. It might be like the Perplexity's own dedicated functionality. When somebody type dot and do e or something, it's giving all these options. We I don't know pretty much what it was trying to do, but maybe the shortcut search, maybe, and the Perplexity website itself. But my thing is good to go. On ChatGPT, I'll just go ahead and do one more time. Dot hell. There you go. Spit prompt is working fine. So I don't need to pretty much change anything. That concludes there. We can pretty much work around to use that prompts. And this is all about the spit prompts, to dos, libraries, pages, and all about the anchor. I do highly recommend you to go ahead and look all about my other extensions, and just go through all the information. If you like this extension, just leave an feedback for me. If you see any issues, you can directly write to me. Since this is still on a beta version, I would say, because every single day there is a new stuff on each and every single website. For example, on this Perplexity, honestly, when I was working, I didn't have that issue of spitting the prompts. I just go I went and I just did thing, and it worked fine for me. But I don't know now, I can do that directly without giving an initial some random stuff. So this thing, I will not say it is an issue or a problem, because it is already working, we can already see. But the feature is not directly working. That's my problem. So if you have any concerns like that, please let me know. I will try to update every single time and be on a good community where we can all use this anchor um, with ease, I would say. That concludes there, and thank you very much. And I hope you like it, this anchor. And I would like to see all of the people who are like trying to use the anchor feedback to me personally. And thank you, that's all.